Hey guys, I'm Anna. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you have been here before, thank you for coming back. Thank you for sticking with me. Today's video is highly suggested and recommended by one of my closest friends, Dane, who also happens to be an artist. His music is currently playing in the background. If you like what you're hearing, go ahead and show him some love. I'll link all this information down below. Thank you so much in advance. Also, happy Monday to you guys. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. My weekend was great. It was spent with family and friends, and we just had a wonderful time. I hope this week will be good for you and everything will go smoothly. Now, today's video is going to be my top 20 Netflix recommendation. I know throughout the pandemic, we sort of like binge through shows and movies. I did the same, so today I'm going to go ahead and share my top 20 list that had kept me sane throughout the pandemic. Stay tuned. Welcome back, guys. Let's get right into it. So we will be starting from the bottom up.
Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom.
And I'm also going to give you some details about it, not too much, because I want you guys to be excited to go and watch the films without my biased comments or interpretation. Number 20 on my list is Quantico. This is an American thriller slash drama slash mystery. It revolves around the life of a few young people who are recruits for the FBI. Out of nowhere, one of them is accused of being a sleeper terrorist. So this is something nice for people who enjoy crime scene films. This is really great for you. Number 19 on my list is The Woman in the Window. This show is a thriller. It's about a psychologist who suffers from agoraphobia. It's basically an anxiety disorder where a person perceives the world to be dangerous, and if they should leave their homes or go outside, it's going to be unsafe. Just a whole bunch of stuff. But this woman with this disorder, she witnesses a murder across the street. But how does that work out? You don't leave your house, so what you gonna do? But this is a great film because it has a lot of twists and turns in it. So let's see how this works out. The next movie, number 18 on my list, is the movie, well, it's a show, You. A lot of people have seen this one because it had a little buzz about it. So it's basically about this charming young man. He inserts himself into people who he likes or people who he's fixated on, and he just becomes obsessed with them. So we know how that works out. Number 17 on my list is The Wrong Missy. Now, if you know me, you know I am not a fan of comedies or romantic comedies, but this one got me. This guy, he thinks he's inviting his dream girl to a wonderful vacation in Hawaii. However, he texted the wrong person and invited a previous blind date that did not go so well. So this is a really great movie to watch if you like comedies and stuff like that. The next one on my list, number 16, is sort of like a comedy, but it's more of a crime comedy sort of movie. It is I Care a Lot. For this, the legal guardian, well, she pretends to be a legal guardian, but in reality, she's a crook. She drains the savings of elderly people pretending to be a legal guardian, but this one that she tries to swindle is not who she says she is. So it's a pretty good watch. Number 15 on my list is Lovebirds. This is another comedy. It centers around a couple who is going through their relationship struggles, as well as their unintentionally unintentionally mixed up in a murder mystery. It, it explores them trying to survive the night, and it involves a lot of running from the cops and stuff like that. So definitely a good watch. Number 14 on my list is Love is Blind. It is a reality film that throws everything we knew about modern dating out the window. So some contestants, they come together to find love, of course, but they date without seeing each other. You actually see the person you're talking to after you get engaged to that person. So it's a whole lot of stuff that takes place. And then after they meet each other, they have 30 days to meet the family and plan the wedding. Then at the altar, they can decide if they want to get married to that person. So it's a great show to watch if you enjoy reality TV. That will be right up your alley. So apparently I lost this footage, but at number 13 is Lost in Space. This is a science fiction series, and it's also a family series. It's about a family that they have to leave Earth because we've run this place to wreck. So they're out searching for a new planet, but it's space. It doesn't cooperate. So anything that can go wrong will. So it's a great film for you to watch with your family. Number 12 on my list, I never thought in a million years that this would be like so low on my watch list, but right now, number 12 on my list is How to Get Away with Murder. Once you hear these type of films, you know I'm getting ready for the best of the best. So this was actually one of my favorite shows to watch while I was in college. And so sad that it came to an end, but it's about some law students and their law professor. Stuff goes wrong and they have to find a way to get away with murder. It's a really good film if you love psychological films and you like films that give you like that. This film, it sums up the entire season in probably 6 seconds of the last episode. So you'll probably be pissed off about that, but it's really good if you're into psychological films. Number 11 on my list is clickbait. I think everyone and their mama, their auntie, their sister, even the babies on the bus, they're probably watching this show, clickbait. So it's a show about a guy, a family man who is this guy, Nick, gets abducted in this online twist and sinister murder type stuff. His family and so on, they try to find out who's behind it and why. It's a really good film. I just don't want to say too much, but go ahead and watch it. And we are in the top 10. Listen, the top 10. I hope you're ready for the top 10 because I'm not even ready, but I hope you are ready for the top 10. So coming in number 10, we have Fractured. This is another psychological film. It's going to mess you up because it messed me up. I was like, how did I not see that? So it's about this guy and his family. His daughter got hurt. They brought her to the hospital. They told him that only one parent could go to the operating room or wherever with the daughter. So he allowed his wife to go with her. But after hours of waiting and so on, he got real frustrated. They're telling him like, sir, what wife and daughter are you talking about? We don't know a wife and a daughter. So can you imagine what happens next? Just go watch it. Just go watch it. It is going to blow your mind. Number 9 on my list is one of my favorite movies on Netflix, which is called Ice Road. It's an action-packed film. It stars Liam Nielsen. After this mine collapse in Canada, they were looking for the best person to bring supplies that would possibly save their lives, but they would have to drive across a frozen ocean. A frozen ocean. So can you imagine the risk in that? So coming in at number 8 is another psychological film called Behind Her Eyes. This is absolutely one of my favorite series to watch. I've watched it about 3 or 4 times. It's one of those limited series on Netflix, but it's a psychological series where this young lady, she's a single mom, and she starts an affair with her boss, and then she starts a friendly relationship with the wife of the boss, but something sinister is brewing. Listen, the twists, the turns, the start, the end, it is another film that is going to have your brains scrambled. I was up all night trying to Google stuff like, how did I not see this? It's a great watch. I recommend you go see it. Coming in at number 7 is The Originals. I think this would not be a list of great Netflix movies without The Originals. This is a story about the original vampires. So it's a supernatural film. If you like Twilight or Vampire Academy, you will probably be interested in The Originals. It's about the original vampires, specifically Nikos Michelson and his family. It centers around them returning to New Orleans and trying to reclaim what was once theirs. So it's a wonderful series to watch if you're into those type of films. Coming in at number 6 is The 100. If you know me, I love dystopian movies. I love movies where people, so basically dystopia films are it's a genre where like a nation or people, they lose everything and they have to like start over. So if you like The Hunger Games, you'll definitely love The 100. It's about 100 teenagers sent to Earth to see if it's survivable after a nuclear bomb exploded like 100 years ago. But what they faced down here, it changes everything for them. We are in the top 5. Drum roll, please. So the top 5 is the most important of all. It was a struggle for me to actually decide if these were going to be in the top 5 because everything is so good on this list. But coming in at number 5 is Black Lightning. The storyline revolves around a Black family, the Pierces, specifically the father, Jefferson Pierce. He is a superhero / vigilante called Black Lightning, but he also passes down the superhero genes to his daughters. So it's an entire family of superheroes. It just shows the struggles and how they have to, find the balance with their real life and the superhero life. So it's a really good watch. Number 4 on my list. This was a struggle because I absolutely adored this show so much. It is actually a reboot from The Charmed back in the 90s or something like that. But this is the Charmed reboot that came out, I think, 2018. It is so good. It's basically about 2 sisters. They lost their mom, and in the wake of losing their mom, they found out that they have powers, and then the mom had a secret child that they didn't know about who also have powers. So they come together to make the power of 3 to be the most powerful witches. So it's a really good watch. Coming in at number 3 is the lovely Blood and Water. So the story is about this young girl, a teenager, pulling. She had an older sister who was abducted at birth. She met this girl at a party, and for some reason she just got so fixated on her, and in her head that's her sister that was abducted. But as she get closer to to the girl and get closer to other stuff, things started to get weird for them, and who knows, it might be her sister, we don't know. But season 2 will be coming out on September 24th, so I can't wait for that. So yay! The top 2, like, this was a struggle for me. Like, I didn't even know what to do with myself when I had to literally decide how I was gonna place these. Yeah, I know I'm being dramatic, but that's okay. Coming in at number 2 is Money Heist. I think everybody in the world loves this film. This is the first voiceover series that I actually love, because usually when you have films that, you know, their main characters, they speak a different language other than English, it's usually pretty obvious and usually pretty, you know, painful to sit through. But this film, it captivates you, it does something to you, you want to watch it. So if you liked the Fast and Furious saga, you know, where your morals are being questioned about if you're gonna hate these criminals or you're gonna love them because they're also humans and they make you feel something, well, this is the show for you. Because this is just the perfect blend of having these criminals make you love them, you know, because you're like, hey, they're humans too. It's everything, all the action that is going on. It slows down. It slows down and let you fall in love with these people. So it's a very good series to watch if you know, you like action, but you also like the added drama that comes with it. So I will definitely recommend you go and watch this film. Number 1 is Manifest. I think a lot of people are watching this series right now, and unfortunately or fortunately, I am one of them. And you know what? This is a PSA to the person who told me about Manifest. I love and I hate you at the same time, because I am hooked. Manifest, they have their teeth sink into me right now. That's how much I am hooked on this show. But I'm not gonna say too much about it. I'm just gonna tell you this. A flight left Montego Bay, Jamaica for New York. But, you know, when they approached New York and they wanted to land, it was a whole bunch of confusion. They got rerouted and they were like, what's going on? But when they landed in New York, they were like, hey, just so you know, it's been 5.5 years since this plane left Jamaica. As the series continues, a lot of mysteries are uncovered. It gets more intense. It's just a great series overall. My number 1, and I will definitely recommend this to anybody. We are finally at the end of another video, guys. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this lengthy video. I just want you guys to do 2 things for me, and 2 things only. Just like and comment. Leave me a thumbs up down below. Let me know if you like this video. Also, follow me on Instagram and shoot me a message or something. I'll see you in my next videos. Have a great one, guys. Bye.